Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news Cartridge for Wednesday, August 30th, 2017. It's the middle of the week, and don't forget that there aren't any shows next week because I take a week off every 10 weeks to recharge my creative batteries. Shows resume again on Monday, September 11th. Today's news starts with Shovel Knight getting a new expansion called King of Cards. It promises 30 new levels spanning 4 different worlds. The release date is sometime early 2018. Kentucky Route Zero is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, and should be here the same time in early 2018. Coming to PSVR is a new Voltron game called Voltron Legendary Defender. No release window, but it will cost $14.99 US or your regional equivalent. And finally, developer Fat Shark has announced that Warhammer End Times Vermintide 2 is in production, and more will be revealed on October 17th. Moving on from release announcements and into update news, Dawn of War 3 has had its update delayed, but this has given time to include modding tools for when it eventually does release. Stay tuned for more information on when this update goes live. Next up, we have The Division, which will receive its 1.8 update sometime later this fall, which will introduce a new PvE mode called Resistance and a new PvP mode called Skirmish. For more details, please see the links in the description down below. The Assassin's Creed DLC that I had talked about previously has released to Final Fantasy XV as part of the update 1.15, which is also out for both Xbox One and PS4. It's around 4 gigabytes in size, so it shouldn't take that long to download. And then our final update news is for the Overwatch PTR, which now allows you to play on the new Junkertown map. There's also some nerfs to Mercy, so she's not the crazy kill machine of death when she activates her ultimate. In Xbox backwards compatible news, 3 more games have been added to the list, all 3 of Telltale's Walking Dead games: The Walking Dead Season 1, The Walking Dead Season 2, and The Walking Dead Michonne. Let me know if you're a fan of The Walking Dead in the comment section down below. On to some PlayStation news with the complimentary games that PS Plus subscribers will receive during the month of September, and PS4 owners will get Infamous Second Son and Strike Vector EX, a PSVR game. PS3 owners get Truck Racer and Handball 2016, Vita owners get We Are Doomed, and Howtiful Boyfriend. Here's a neat one. A glitch has been discovered in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that has a neat effect. Standing in a hole on the gate on Lake Hylidia will remove the cell shading from Link and allow you to see what Link's model really looks like. Supposedly this works on both the Wii U and Switch versions, and I would check out the pictures if you want to see a closer look. In a past episode, I had mentioned that the Olympic Games Committee was considering esports for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, and now we have learned, if included, these games will not feature any violence, explosions, or killing. So, competitive Tetris? Even Rocket League contains explosions, so it's really hard to say what games will be picked. But please, leave your selection in the comment section down below, but remember, no killing, no violence, and no explosions. Wow, this almost sounds like a riddle. 2 really quick ones before we move on to the main topic today, the first one being Valve restating the basic refund policy for Ark Survival Evolved, not only due to the release, which some people aren't happy with, but also due to a bug in the system, which seemed to accept refunds for Ark regardless of playtime. Just a reminder, 2 hours of playing or owning a game for 14 days will make you ineligible for a refund. And then Vice President of Xbox, Mike Ybarra, saying, quote, "I think that developers come to us for help making their games successful," and continues to say, "Work directly with Bluehole on PUBG to optimize it and bring it to Xbox as fast as possible." Finally saying, Xbox has always been a platform to enable developers to be successful. Is he suggesting that an indie game that has sold more than 8.5 million copies is the second most played game on Steam of all time and is not finished, needs Xbox to be successful? Ha! Maybe for other games, but not PUBG. It's doing just fine. And that brings us to our final topic today, and oh boy, where do I start with this one? If you watched yesterday's end card, then you may know that I bought Sonic Mania on Monday in hopes of playing it yesterday when it released on PC. It wasn't until last night that I was made aware of the reason why the game was delayed for 2 weeks, and that was to implement the Denuvo DRM, once called uncrackable by the company Denuvo themselves. Now here's the frustrating part. This DRM was preventing people from playing Sonic Mania, a mostly single-player experience, from playing offline. Not only was this a shitty reason to delay the game, but it led to a shitty result right away. And guess who happened to lose internet last night? Me. Granted, I will admit that I did not try to play Sonic. I took the internet troubles as a sign to just go to bed early. But regardless, that is the exact reason why things like this shouldn't happen. You can't always rely on an internet connection even when you're paying for one. Since then, Sega has come forward to say that this was a bug, and they did intend on Sonic Mania being an offline experience, and they did release a small patch that fixed this. But let's face it, this is one of the effects of the DRM. Regardless of that, though, Steam users are hitting the game hard with negative reviews expressing their dissatisfaction for Denuvo, saying that Sega never informed them about it, others saying that they are seeking a refund. Sega agrees, at least with the first part, and says that they are in the process of editing the Steam page to include information about the use of Denuvo. This is where I jump in with my opinion and say that it is only a matter of time before this game is cracked and Denuvo is removed. I'm gonna give them about a week. I do not advocate the cracking of games, but regardless of what I say, people are gonna do what they're gonna do, and that game will be cracked. Lately, all of the games that have utilized this DRM have removed it because eventually cracked versions were released, and in some cases, like Rime, in less than a week. This is a fruitless endeavor with a high cost and passes that burden onto the consumer, both monetarily and in frustration of use. How long do you think it'll be before Denuvo is removed from Sonic Mania? Let me know in the comment section down below. Most of these don't have DRM, it's tomorrow's game releases. For PC, Blobcat, Survive on Mars, Battlestar Galactica, Deadlock, Tiny Echo, Last Day of June, Backslash, Wildlife Park Gold Remastered, Pins 2, The Secret Order 6, Bloodline, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Episode 1, Cold Space, The Nose, Angry Gnome, Cryline, Maze Run VR, Screamer, Gravity Tunnel VR, Disassembled, Bannerman, VR Darts Zone, Cyber VR, Who's Your Santa, School War, Become a VR Anime Girl, Bestseller, Curse of the Golden Owl, and XOXO Droplets. For PlayStation 4, Touhou Kabuto 5, Burst Battle, Last Day of June, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Episode 1, and Detention. For Xbox One, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Episode 1. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you tomorrow. And my alphabet only has 25 letters. I don't know why. So hopefully show gets up early today. It feels like it's going to be up a little bit early. I'm definitely recording about 2 hours earlier, 2 to 3 hours earlier than I normally do. Yeah, that'll be nice. So this Sonic Mania thing, I haven't actually gotten to play it yet because I didn't really feel up to playing much last night. I played a couple of games of PUBG and then I just went to bed right before my internet crapped out on me. It was really weird too. When my internet crapped out, I was playing with one of the people in my Discord, and like I thought his internet connection died because I've seen the connection, interrupted connection before. But anyway, I was spectating his character, so his character just kept moving forward, but like straight a little bit off to the right. But like he kept moving forward, and I'm like, "Are you there? What's going on? You're just running. You're running." And he like ran through a house and ran up a hill and then ran through a fence, and like I was like, "What's going on?" I think my internet died. What the? And then everything like fell down, like everything collapsed, and told me connection closed. I couldn't get on the internet. I couldn't do anything. Then the internet came back, like, because I was like, screw this, I'm going to take a bath. I went and took a bath, came back, internet still was out. Then it came back on 20 minutes later, was on for about 5 minutes, and then went out again. So I just went to bed. So that's why I got up early, shows up earlier. That's nice. Also yesterday, I don't remember if I mentioned I was cooking a pork tenderloin yesterday, and it turned out amazing. I love it. Oh my god, it's so delicious. I kind of got the recipe from Total Biscuit. If you're ever on Total Biscuit's channel, or I think it's his wife's channel, over on Jenna Bain, he did a thing where he made a pork loin, and he just put it in a roasting bag and tied it up and put it in the oven. He showed what it was after cooking it for 6 hours, I think. I forget how long he cooked it. I cooked mine for 8 hours, and I basically did the same thing. Dry rub, oil, cook, let it sit, just do its thing. It's so good. It's so delicious. I was eating some before I filmed, and I'm probably gonna go eat some more. Because it just melts in your mouth. Meat that's been cooking for 8 hours, but it's sitting in a bag, doesn't dry out. It just gets tender as all hell. So it just melts in your mouth. You don't need teeth to chew it. It's just, I always love that when they're like, you don't need a fork, you don't need a knife, just use a fork to cut your steak. It's tender. Like, I love that. I don't know why I did it in a southern accent, but So yeah, Sonic Mania. Hopefully I'll get to play that over the weekend. Definitely gonna play it next week. DRM is terrible. DRM is not a good thing. There's no good benefits to it. And there's a certain former Steam mod, who I may or may not have a hand in getting removed from his moderator position, had once claimed that if you were against DRM, you were a filthy, stinking pirate. I own no pirated games. I bought it, and if I would have tried to play it with my internet out, I wouldn't have been able to. I bought it. I don't know what else to say. Holy hell, my battery in this camera is... I think this battery's going bad. Either that, I've just used it to hell and back this year, because I've used pretty much the same battery, and I keep recharging it. And I've heard of lithium ions, you're supposed to, like, use a little bit, then recharge it, use a little bit, recharge it. But this thing, I've only been recording now for 45 minutes, and this camera's only done about 30, 40 maybe, and its battery's on you know, battery takes it's got 3 chunks, it's on its last chunk of battery. I don't know, whatever. Probably should get a new one. They're only like $8 anyway. Social media links are over here, everybody. Click over here to subscribe to my channel. Click over here to watch yesterday's episode where we talked about Microsoft giving an open invitation to other platforms for cross-platform play, and anybody can join if they so want to choose. I just moved some stuff around. Better go before things go to hell. Bye!